You're listening to the Saturday Night Gaming Podcast, Convergence, run by our head GM, Scott Hibbard. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome to Saturday Night Gaming as we present the first session of Convergence. Woo! Yay!
I'm like a little flag, you can't see. But...
She's like, yay, these people are on my ship, yay.
We're all gonna die.
And there was much rejoicing.
Question, how big is this ship?
Yes, this ship is probably about the size of, what do you call it?
Don't call it a Titanic.
No. I guess like a warship?
That doesn't.
A frigate.
That doesn't mean anything.
I don't know.
Well, actually,
Like a
it
destroyer?
does.
Like a destroyer warship?
No, like a sailing
Like
warship.
a carrier? Like
You know, like with
aircraft carrier?
Like with cannons and stuff?
the Interceptor from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Ah, okay.
I think the
Is that-
Interceptor
I don't know how
was
big
a
that is.
somewhat
That-
smaller ship because with the Interceptor it's supposed
How
to be
big is that?
faster.
It's not as big as a destroyer,
Yeah.
but it's a big ship. That's big enough for us all to
What are
fit
the
on.
dimensions?
It's got cannons.
Are they
I only will accept terms of like
This one
Star
doesn't.
Trek. Like, how big is it compared to Enterprise D?
It is a third of the quarter deck.
That's a
not big.
Google search for
Dang.
later. But no, that's essentially kind of like the size of the ship. But what's interesting about this is that since it is a actual living creature that grows as it's fed, the ship is actually increasing in size and increasing the number of
Are
rooms.
we, as the crew, actually just being digested?
Guess we'll find out.
Oh, no. So, actually, what's interesting about your ship is that it actually feeds on arcane energy. So, these crystals that normally would allow ships to fly, it actually feeds on these crystals.
Crunchy.
So, it doesn't actually have a cradle and a shard that powers it to fly. It actually consumes the shard itself and then processes it and uses it for the energy that allows it to travel.
So does it like absorb the crystal like via osmosis through its skin or something, or does it have like a mouth somewhere that just opens up and you toss them in?
Well, what's interesting
Like a hippo?
is pretty much you can drop that crystal anywhere you want to on the ship, and then all of a sudden it'll just go, "Goop."
Do we have like a laundry chute that you like open a hatch and just toss it down there?
Is there a furnace?
I just had this idea of a crew member, middle of the night, going outside, shooting a mouth.
So the ship itself does not have like a mouth per se, or even eyes or anything like that. But you can feel its presence because it has like this mental presence as you're aboard a ship. So you feel like there's somebody there always with you in your mind.
I think there are several dissociative members of this crew that aren't going to know the difference.
Yeah, Dawn would not notice.
She would not.
No.
And yes, you can communicate with the ship through like a telepathic link, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it will let you know when it's dissatisfied with you.
By eating you.
Does the Kingfisher communicate in words really, or just sort of impressions in your mind?
It's impressions. Yes, it doesn't actually speak to you, so to say. You know, it's more like you can feel its emotions.
Where like you offer it a suggestion and it's like, no, what? But it's not actually saying those words, but you like feel this like revulsion in your mind.
Right.
Oh, well.
But
I guess
it's
I
not like the
shouldn't have said that.
Hanar from Mass Effect.
Do what?
It's not like the Hanar from Mass Effect.
No. No. So that's kind of the idea of how the ship is and such. I'll give you guys an idea of this organic ship that you're riding on. It does have feelings.
But it's not digesting us.
No,
No.
not
Okay.
you.
Just checking.
It honestly, it wouldn't digest you unless you were like a construct full of magical energy.
Oh, like
the
a
dredge.
metallic being full of magical energy?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Have you ever seen Titan AE? I think we've
I
have,
live
yes.
only
suggested
to
that.
serve.
That's
We
what
have
it is.
watched
It's
it.
the dredge. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, it's being
Very
pure
similar, yes.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it basically stores. It takes these shards and it consumes it and then basically converts it into energy it uses to travel and to also jump between the realms. Now, obviously, doing the jump between the realms requires quite a bit of energy, so it requires quite a bit of these shards. And these shards are also not the most common objects that you will find in the multiverse. Currently, they're only found in one place, and that is Primordius.
So basically, if you want passage on the ship and you have no useful skills, you have to provide a crystal or get out. It's like you're paying your passage. I mean, this is gas money. Like,
You must offer tribute. Guess money. And with the war that's happening in Primordius right now,
Yeah.
these prices have skyrocketed. Inflation has hit the shard market. God.
Just as long as we're enunciating all of it, that's fine, yeah.
Oh, goodness. So anyways, thank you again for listening as we begin this next stage of Heavenscape with his new campaign, Legacy campaign. If you listened to our previous episode, you've already got the introduction of all the characters that you'll be experiencing, and then there will be even more. There'll be cameos and maybe new characters that will join later on. So be sure to tune in to each episode each week and find out. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. We'll start over here with the captain. I'm assuming you're starting as the captain?
Yeah, I'm starting as the captain. Yeah. I'm running Ari as an NPC, like, in the first session. I don't think we'd do that now.
that may not be a good idea.
No. No. Yes, I am. My name is Laura. I am playing Ari. She's the captain. She is a sanguine. She has mocha brown skin and kind of reddish, amber red eyes. Blood amber.
Yes. And she has just returned from a very long voyage back to Primordius. Because she was summoned.
Yes. Something I don't think I mentioned in the previous introduction was that did we actually discuss the fact that the Sangui are bound to the blood god, or
Yes.
did that not
And
come
she is
up?
still bound.
She's still, yeah, she kind of left, but, you know, the blood bonds are a bit stronger than whether or not you come to the family reunion. So, but yeah, you know.
Blood is thicker than water.
Blood is thicker than water, I guess. But no, so, yeah, that's Ari.
Yep. And she struggles with that bond as well, because
Yes,
she
she
still
does.
feels, in the back of her mind, she still feels that calling
Mm-hmm.
from that bond with the blood god.
Mm-hmm. Which is also interesting in that Azuri, her cousin, was, I don't know, it's not specified what his beliefs are at the moment, but previously he was of the sect that believed that the blood god was a benevolent god who wanted peace and prosperity. And
He's conflicted at the moment, because he had that for his kind of bringing up, and this is what he's been led to believe as a priest, but then he met Olve, who taught him a different way.
yeah, Olve was the peaceful guy, and in the meantime, his own family is bloodthirsty, no pun intended. So, well, you know.
Next.
Gonna be playing Asami, Casey.
That's the fox, right?
Yeah, kid's
Foxy
name.
lady.
She's the kid's name.
Foxy Loxy.
My
Foxy
name's
Bear.
Chuck, and I'll be playing a very subdued dark metal, which means he's probably already being eaten by the ship.
Him and his ship are having negotiations.
Yeah.
Just don't make the ship starve too much, otherwise.
I'll try not to let the beast speak too much. I'm sorry.
First session, digestion.
First session's a rescue mission.
Digestion, mental or physical?
I'm Quinn, and I'm going to be playing the not quite, I guess, young by elvish standards, old by human standards, Artificer Faust, who is, I guess, in his quarters tinkering away with his devices.
He's probably been having quite a few conversations with Oshutari.
Oh, yes.
Who is the, progenitor of the Magitech.
The father of Magitech, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Shatari.
Oh shit, Ari. That's our one.
In the introduction.
I'm Ronnie. I'll be playing Grabnar the Grim.
Yay!
It's going to be bloody interesting, it is.
I'm Jessica. I'm going to be playing Jen. I think she's probably just been arguing with herself a lot. Trying to...
Why would you be arguing with yourself? Kill mushies, squish them. You don't hear that.
My name's Tony. I will be playing. I'm feeling Sir Tomas Mako. No, he's just a dude. He's not Sir. Never been to England.
He's not an English shark.
But he's big. He's about 6. I lost my documentation right now, but he's like 6'7".
Yeah.
A couple 100 pounds. Gray skin, black eyes, sharp teeth.
Anthropomorphic shark.
Oh, he talks like this, like he can't close his lips a little bit. So I was like,
always smiling.
Always smiling. But he's always smiling at people thinking he's being super suave. She likes my nice hair. Where's my hair?
And
birds.
Next.
My name's John. I'm playing. Thank you. Dora 2.
Dora 2.
Yeah. Don't know what that means. I guess we'll find out. It's probably like a robot or something.
We're going to find out his actual name is like Forbanachi. Forbanachi 2.
There's a sequence of him.
Yeah,
the Forbanachi sequence.
Is it why he would, for what was his name?
4-2.
No, the other name y'all were just talking about.
Fedora 2?
Fedorchi, whatever. What was
Yeah. Of course, Fedorchi.
So maybe the reason why he is wearing a fedora, maybe he's a bit feeling Italian.
He could feel Italian.
I think if he ever associated the fedora with Italy, he would want to identify himself as an Italian, not knowing what that meant.
And then assimilate a few Italians.
Yeah, and then he would know what it meant, and then he would start saying ciao.
Ciao, bro.
Alrighty, I am Christy. I am playing the character, the one and only character, Red.
Who's having blackout spells?
Hmm?
Who's having blackout spells, apparently.
Yeah.
Just keep blacking out, wake up in random places.
Yep.
We go to random places all the time here. All you have to do is fall asleep and you'll wake up in a random place. You don't even have to black out.
That is true.
Fewer concussions that way, I think.
All right. So, let's get this started. We begin with a Kingfisher that has just entered Primordius realm. As you essentially kind of blip into existence. When you guys travel through the multiverse, The ship, it's very quick. It's like you basically blink out and then blink in somewhere else.
Does it make a sound?
I feel like every time that happens, I sneeze.
Doesn't make a sound. But for those who are new to it, it makes them very uneasy. Their stomach might start, getting a little nauseated.
TMI. Don't need to know. I just sneezed again.
Just remember that, there's a protective, field around the ship. So if you try to go heave overboard, it just kind of doesn't go out of the ship.
Someone's going to have to swab that up later.
Swab the dick.
I think we had a guy for that.
You did, but he got sold into slavery.
That's horrible.
That wasn't me, was it?
You didn't sell him, he just got... Well, okay, no, he did it himself.
Yeah, he teleported himself onto the other ship that was full of,
Slavers.
slavers, basically.
He got captured.
Yeah. Because he put himself on their ship.
Well, that's not being sold.
He was trying to be sneaky, but he
That's
was
like an
not
exchange
sneaky.
of money usually is being sold.
He sold himself with no money.
That's also when we happened to blow up our own ship on accident. Not really on
That's true.
accident. They blew us up, sort of.
So he did survive the explosion.
Yeah.
But who knows what happened to him? Except for he probably got moved into slavery from these slavers. So yeah, you used to have a guy that swabbed the deck.
It's okay. Maybe this ship is self-cleaning. Who knows?
Maybe. Alright, so you guys basically blink into existence once again. It's always a weird feeling. And as you're here, you are heading...
I'm not sure I understand.
Thanks, Siri.
Your ship does not understand
Not
why
sure
you're
I
here,
understand.
where you are going. Where is your navigator at?
Where is the navigator?
So, Azuri tells you, Captain. He says, we have arrived in Primordius. Do you have a destination for us, Captain?
We always have many destinations. What's the latest job?
He goes, well, I believe we were summoned here.
Yeah. Alright.
We were summoned by Lord Dragon. But did he give you a location?
Did he give me a location?
He said to go back to the realm.
He just said go back, yeah.
He says, well, I assume we will continue onward into the nearest world. Unless we hear back otherwise.
Yeah, go
We
to the
do
next
need
job.
more supplies.
Go to the next job until we are summoned. I mean, no reason we should sit here floating in the nowhere.
He says, I have checked our inventory, and we are running low on the shards for the ship. We do not have enough to complete another jump at the moment.
Not even like a hop?
Not even a hop. We have enough to keep the Kingfisher satiated for the moment.
Alright.
Other than that, the food stores are in good supply.
Well, that's good. I guess we know what the next job then is. If we need to, stay afloat, as it were.
Mm-hmm. And then you see a tiny little beast fly around the top of the deck in the shape of a dragon.
Ah! Prig.
A red dragon at that.
It's a red dragon.
As he just flies to the crow's nest and then back down, and he's just flying above deck. And then he lands on your shoulder.
Ah! That's so exciting. Out of character, that's so exciting. Ari would probably play it cool, but in character. Out of character, I'm super excited.
You have a wormling dragon. So, he's not quite the all-powerful adult dragon that you faced.
But he imprinted on me, and therefore he is mine.
Yes, as he makes little dragon noises and breathes a little fireball, akin to lighting a match.
So cute. Okay. What? And very on theme because red is Ari's favorite color.
Mm-hmm. Oh. And while that is happening, suddenly you see in front of you the Lord Dragomir. But it's not actually him. It's a projected image. And it just appears on the ship right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And he as he appears, he sees you. He says, "Sky Captain Ari.
Yeah, that's me.
I see you have returned to Primordius at my request. I appreciate your haste. We have very important matters to discuss."
Seems so.
As he starts walking, he basically walks through you.
Yeah. Guess I'm following you then.
As he walks towards your cabin.
Mm-hmm. Well, allow me to show you into the room that you've already walked through the door.
Yeah, as he just phases through the door. It's like, I'll never get used to this.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, as Azuri sees you go to your meeting, he assumes the control of the deck for the moment.
So I give him a nod.
He starts giving orders to the crew, and telling them to prep to be ready for a new destination as soon as the captain returns. So, meanwhile, everybody else on the ship here. You have a tinker over there, right? Mm-hmm. Tinkering around with your prototype, trying not to explode your face again. Very carefully. Yes. Grabnar, you playing with your axe?
Pretty much.
Causing explosions?
See the little tiny mushroom clouds. Very tiny. It's like you see, like, there might have been like an ant or two around his feet. No more. They just turned into dust.
Sounds like Grabnar's got an itch here. Been on this ship too long. Just don't nuke the ship, please.
Well, that's up to the dice, so let's see.
I'm in the corner trying to find a plug.
Well, mostly losing his religion.
You're just like trying to plug into like wooden planks along the deck, being like,
This ship can make things. Ship, plug.
wall socket,
European.
USB port. Unplug it and plug it back in.
Just as it comes into focus, it's the wrong kind of plug. Come, I needed a lightning cable, not a USB. Gee.
Give me a converter. Not that kind of converter.
Right.
I was actually, this may be a good place for you, Grabnar. Because if anything could soak up all the energy that you output on accident.
Lunch.
I think this ship's going to like me.
Have a taste for Grabnar's
Apparently, Grabnar's delicious.
Feed me, Grabnar, feed me.
He's the onboard chef. He just doesn't feed the people.
Oh. And what about our resident Kitsune?
Oh, she's in fox form right now, just trying to find somewhere warm. She likes it warm. She likes to make a den.
I gotcha. Makes sense. Red?
She's like trying to wipe the sleep from her eyes, like Where am I?
What
is
realm
this
are
place?
we in now?
Do we change realms again? This happens every time I close my eyes.
I'm not in Kansas anymore.
Time I close my eyes.
4-2?
How
Or,
did
excuse
I?
me, Fedora 2.
Fedora 2. How did I
Fedora
get
2.
here?
How do what now?
How did I get here?
I imagine.
I have to make that up.
Beside that.
I
Okay.
imagine through a... Well, they can travel the realms,
I will
can't
search my memory banks.
Did you teleport yourself here on accident?
they? Imagine you would teleport or used a portal of some kind.
Yeah. Yes, I was trying to
Yes.
get to the Galactus 2, which is a bunch of 4-2s.
You took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
I took a wrong turn. I don't know who any of you people are. But I tip my hat at you. Can I roll for charisma?
I mean, you can roll. What is that gonna do?
Who are you rolling
Who are you
for?
rolling
again?
for?
Everyone
Who's
within
see-
view of me.
Well, I don't think... Or you probably appeared on the front of the deck there. On top of the deck.
Okay, is anyone here? Is Captain-
Azuri's there.
I'm in my meeting.
Who
So, yeah.
sees you pop up.
You can roll-
The
He's an
first
NPC.
mate.
You can roll
Yeah.
against the NPC.
I'm going to roll
Sure.
against the NPC.
Fantastic.
I'm going to tip my hat. Where is my hat tipping dice?
Are they right there in the folder?
In the folder. My dice
Get out my
pen.
dice.
Blue one's right there.
Okay.
Are they not?
I have rolled a mere... Okay, just turned. I'm going to think it was a 5. So, that would be 5 plus the tip of the hat. I don't think I'm going to get this. But-
What's your social skill that you're using?
Let's see. Social skills.
What skills do you have?
I got pistol skills. Persuasion. Yeah, is that persuasion?
Persuasion. There you go. That's the skill you'd use.
Okay.
What's the bonus on it?
Just 1.
Oh, so 5 plus 1 is 6.
That's not bad. Let's see. I have a exploit. Tip of the hat plus 1.
Well, yeah, the tip of the hat one gives you a +2 bonus, so that actually makes it 8.
Okay.
But it's still not enough. So,
Azuri is confused.
Azuri sees you basically shift and appear onto the ship, and he is utterly confused at how you're able to do that, and
Trade
why
secrets.
you're tipping your hat at him.
Because that's polite. Tip.
As he looks at you and he says, "Who are you?"
I say I am Fedora 2. And I tip my hat at you.
What is a Fedora 2?
That is I. Are all your questions answered now? Are we friends? I tip my hat again.
He says, "You are a very strange creature. You remind me, though," as he looks at you and looks at your build, says, "You look very similar to someone I do know."
Cool. So we are friends then.
No. You can stay right there till the captain gets back. The captain will want to
I
speak
tip
to
my
you.
hat at you. And I'm smiling, but you can't see my smile because I have a mirrored face.
Smiling, but you have no mouth.
God. I'm smiling on the inside.
You see the lights. Oh, all right. What about you two over there? Jen, what are you doing?
Arguing with myself. Do I see him?
Oh, you're in the top deck arguing with yourself?
Do I see him?
He's on the top deck.
Fedora 2.
Because I would recognize 4-2s.
Just decide if you're on the top deck or not.
Sure.
That's all you have to. Oh my God! It's God. He's alive. God is not dead. Go over there and talk to him. He will like you. No one else can hear me. Go talk to God. Moshe.
What do you...
What? What do you want me to do? You're grabbing
I
at
need a
air.
microphone.
Oh! Yeah, that's very true. I have this.
Hey.
Jen
I'm
needs
gonna
a
go
pilot.
over and talk to God, I guess.
Mein Gott!
I addressed the 4-2.
Call him Mein Gott.
I don't want to call him God. Hi.
Hello, I tip my hat.
Are you God?
It's a complicated question, young lady.
It is?
Yes.
Don't you know if you're God? Or
It's a matter of opinion, and it's subjective and relative. So I could say yes, I could say no, but I would have no real answer. You have to decide for yourself.
Realistically, he called you young. No one has called you that in a very long time.
Shut up, Heinrich.
Not since Tenebrist exploded.
You don't even have a microphone. Be quiet.
It's okay, I'm just inside your brain.
Okay. Do you... Well, he would know you, right? Like, this particular 4-2 unit.
He might.
We would have been a part of a collective together.
But I thought he was separated from the collective.
I don't know.
For how long, though?
What's the timeline?
He might even know you.
When did the separation happen?
Do I know you?
Do you know me?
Yes. Hello. How you been? I tip my hat.
Oh, it's a long story. That crazy robot is in my head now.
Oh, which one? He's in my head too.
Which one is in your head?
All of them. And they're all crazy.
Well, that sounds horrible.
Oh, wait. You're talking about Heinrich.
It's like
Yes.
it's like knowing a celebrity.
He says it's like knowing a celebrity.
Well, I would see how he would see that way. Tell him hi for me. Hi, Heinrich.
Ja, hello, there is a crazy lady named Ada. She says she wants to meet you. You're going to be Mama and Daddy.
What?
Robot Mama and Daddy. Ada and...
He says a robot mommy and daddy are coming.
That doesn't make any sense.
He's Daddy. Call him Daddy.
I'm not going to do that.
That's, you know, they'll tell him
I'm not going to call him daddy.
call him Poppy.
No.
Oh, Poppy. Yeah, Poppy.
Okay. Anyway. I guess I'll hang out with this 4-2 unit for a while.
Yay, you hear him say that. And he does this. And then I open up a little chest. It's like, we can have ice cream.
I want ice cream.
Yeah, I have soft serve ice cream machine inside my chest.
I
That's
want the
on
dairy-
my sheet,
I want
just
the
so you know.
dairy-free kind, though.
It's part of his equipment.
That's part of my equipment.
Soft serve ice cream.
It's a relic of like the original Fedora 2. He discovered, because he wants to get close to people, that they like soft serve ice cream.
Wasn't it on Valos?
Did he also have a white van?
So it's Velocian ice
Oh,
cream?
no.
Comes with coconut shavings on
It was a white van. He lived in it down by the river.
By the river.
Free ice cream.
Free ice
Oh.
cream.
Alright,
Come on,
and what
kids,
is
get your
our
free ice
Thomas?
cream.
Yeah. Or is it Tomas?
I think you call it Tomas. That's how I pronounce it. My mom always said, Tomas, come over here. So I figure that's, nope, what voice is this? Hold on a second. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking at my big, pretty new weapon. It's like a big club, but it's got like these blades coming out of it, look like shark teeth. Two big ones. They're black, serrated. I'm showing it to this guy over here. He's got a big axe too. I'm like, hey, nice axe, man.
Thank you.
Say that again. I didn't quite understand you. Maybe because my ears are clogged or something. Seawater.
I said thank you.
You're welcome. No, thank you. Say, have you seen a bathroom around here? I need to fix my hair. My hair.
He's utterly confused by the comment.
Like all aspects of this question
Of course,
confuse me.
this is what you're looking at. About 6'7", 275 to 300 pounds, raw muscle,
gray skin, fin on his head, black eyes, sharp teeth. Just wearing breeches.
Well,
He's a
Hair
monarch.
looks perfect.
I'm not quite sure what the bathroom is. I just kind of just go wherever, you know.
There's deck swappers for that.
I grabbed our confirmed deck.
Somebody clean up after this animal.
It's called a poop deck for a reason.
Let's just hope I don't roll radiation.
Officially 4-year-olds.
Somebody's like running across the ship trying to get to the
We're
next
explosive
room,
right
and,
now.
That wasn't me.
Really stepped
It's
into
like with him right now, it's like
Really
grenades
stepped
going off.
Yeah, well, you seem like the other biggest guy on the ship. Everybody else around here seems pretty crazy, talking to themselves. There's that weirdo sitting in the corner talking about losing his religion.
That's me in the corner.
That's what I said. I was just telling him that. Don't talk to him. He's weird.
What are you talking about? Him over there?
Yeah,
What
him
is it?
over there. I
Dark
tried
metal,
talking
right?
to him. He started telling me about all sorts of stuff. It's weird.
What is he talking about, Othar, again?
I was like, hey, have you seen a mirror? And he fixed my hair, and he was like, mirrors are like our souls. I've got demons in my souls. And I was like, what? And he was like, ride the lightning bub. And I was like, what?
Yep.
Said something about taking his socks out. Rock out with his socks out or something like that. I don't know.
That's pretty interesting, I guess. But
So at this point, you're done with your meeting,
Mm.
oh, he's a turtle.
and as soon as you come out of the cabin there, Zuri, he sees you and then he gets everyone's attention. It says, "Captain on deck."
I sit down, crisscross applesauce. Slap my legs and wait for people to
Wait,
talk.
those are my quarters.
Yes.
Okay. I put all my stuff away. Make sure it's functioning. And then out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Is there anywhere to plug in on this ship? I really need to plug
Plug
in.
in.
What is this plug you speak of?
Sigh.
Is there a hole somewhere on my ship?
Lay sigh.
I mean, Gravnar can make some holes.
Oh, no.
Wrong kind of hole.
Yes, Captain. So, Zuri says, "Awaiting orders, Captain."
Well, we're out of crystals. We need more crystals. Let's go get crystals. Well, I say this to him. I don't say that as my big speech to the crew. But I just sort of...
Well, we're screwed, guys.
Screwed, guys. Let's go. No. But that's the gist of the brief mutter that I say to my first mate as I'm about to go up to the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I would just say, essentially, we need to refuel before our next quest. So we need to make for... What do you call these places? It's not like a gas station. Like, is there like a
Market?
term? Is there a term specifically for the crystals, though?
Shards.
Well, they're... Yeah, so they are...
Oshatari shards.
Oh, shit.
That's not what they are.
It's the petrol station.
Should be
Oh, one
called
second, I'll tell you what they are.
shard, like, instead of shell.
Yeah. The shell station, the shard station.
Now, so... Aetherius shards is what they're called.
Okay.
That's what they're... It's Ethereum, which typically are found as shards. And a shard about the size of a short sword is enough to actually power a single ship for flight.
Okay.
Now, the larger ships obviously probably need more power, you know. And of course, the realm jumping, you need about a dozen of those shards to jump between the realms.
It's tricky.
It requires quite a bit of power for the creature to transport everybody.
Do we have a means of harvesting crystals ourselves, or do we strictly have to go through a market?
You do not. You have to go through a market.
Okay.
But that's where Zuri comes in now. He tells you, he says, well, Captain, I heard rumors that there is a market that's on Genium. We could go and visit there. They're peaceful. They're part of the Alliance. They're also very knowledgeable. We could barter with them. It'd be much easier than trying to raid the desert world.
I mean, we didn't have the best time the last time we were there, so...
We haven't been back since. Bad memories.
Poor Sheldon.
As you all look at his shell sitting on the top of the deck.
We all bow our heads for a moment of silence.
His shell is like sitting there, like hanging on the mast, you know? So everybody just kind of like, he walks by it, you guys can see it for everyone.
Anytime a necromancer comes up on the ship, like the first question is, can you fix him? And they're like,
Wait,
no.
so when you're walking by, does it smell like barbecue turtle?
Well, this is a new ship.
Yes.
So there's less of the barbecue smell.
But the turtle shell, does it smell like barbecue?
It smells like
turtle?
the sea.
Yeah. Like,
I get kind of hungry every time I walk by it.
turtle soup.
Turtle soup. Oh, gosh.
Start licking my teeth.
He was also the cook.
He was the cook.
He was a cook as well.
But he actually cooked and he cooked for the people. He fed the crew, as opposed to feeding the ship.
That's true. But he says the market prices would be high, but it would give us less trouble, I believe.
Okay. Do we have anything that we could barter with that we think could bring those prices down? What would they think would be particularly valuable that we could trade for these crystals? Would it be easier to retrieve something that they want to give to them as opposed to paying all of our money?
Says, well, that may be possible, but I would assume that would be specific to the individual. That's something we could offer them in exchange. We do something for them, they do something for us, maybe.
Sounds like a interesting prospect. Well, I think we need to head that way regardless, because we're not getting far at this rate.
As he says, aye, aye, Captain. Then he starts basically giving the orders to everyone, aboard the ship and tell them to get ready for transport. And obviously, you can. Actually, he does that. He'll actually communicate with the ship. He goes over to the deck. You see him just kind of bend down, put his hand on the deck. And then you hear this loud groan coming from the ship itself.
I just picture it as being like a whale. In my head, it's like a whale with masts. It makes the whale sounds.
Yeah?
I can speak whale.
Oh, yes.
Really stupid. Okay, I'm good.
Oh, goodness. So, to Ingenis you go. Which is a world covered primarily by water. It's about 90% water, 10% actual land. There are plenty of underwater civilizations here, along with a few above water civilizations. one of which is the Capitol, which you have had dealings with in the past, and it'll be your best bet as far as finding a reputable seller for these shards. So, you guys set your sights on Ingenious.
Is there anyone there that I would be familiar with? Like, because I'm assuming, having flown the ship around for quite a while, that I would have had to restock on crystals several times. So, and especially in the line of work that I do, having to jump around a lot, that, we would have to do that regularly. But also, like, I've been working with the broker of secrets.
Yep.
So, like, being not part of necessarily an organization,
The
but
Shadow Broker.
yeah, but of being connected with
That
someone
is
who has a
true.
lot of information.
Actually, one of your last, not last, previously, when you were upon your, probably your first couple of visits in Primordius, you guys did touch base with that guild of thieves.
Mm-hmm.
Like second,
And that was
third.
thanks to actually Gareth and Charla, who helped made the contact for that.
Touching base.
So, they are a pretty good contact, and they are probably who you would reach out to because they have dealings with the black market as well. They have contacts and such. So if anybody could find you these shards at a decent price, or at least for a decent job, they could. And thanks to Gareth and Charla showing you how to decipher the symbols, you can essentially follow the clues that are laid out in the open to follow to the actual base of operations.
Cool. Let's do that.
And of course, it's in the largest city on the world, which happens to be above surface. Which is good. It means you guys don't have to worry about breathing underwater.
Hooray!
Are there any 4-2s stationed in the city?
Are there any what?
Any 4-2s stationed in this room?
Nope.
Uncharted territory.
It is.
I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Convergence. If you did, be sure to head on over to our website at www.saturdaynightgamingllc.com and check out some of our other cool games. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. I hope you have a fantastic week, and until next time, this is Laura Hibbard with Saturday Night Gaming signing off.